But what can I do?
Nothing.
Babe, the sheep pig, returns in triumph to the farm, only to face an immediate emergency in Babe, Pig in the City. One of 5 new movies we'll be reviewing this week on Siskel and Ebert. I'm Gene Siskel of the Chicago Tribune.
And I'm Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times. One rule that's rarely broken in the movie industry is the sequel is never as good as the original. Babe, Pig in the City breaks that rule. The first movie, wonderful as it was, and it was good enough to be nominated for a Best Picture Oscar, was like a dress rehearsal for this one, which is enchanting. In the new film, Farmer Hoggett is laid up after an accident, and Babe and Mrs. Hoggett go on the road to earn money. But they're stranded in the city, and just let yourself drink in the details of this cityscape, which audaciously incorporates landmarks from all over the world.
Whatever the case, in this place with its dark corners and endless possibilities, the pig felt sure he would find a way to redeem himself.
The new movie has fewer humans and more animals, although the animals seem human, too.
You got a problem, sweetie?
Who is it, honey?
It's, kind of a baldy, pinky, whitey thingy.
Show him in.
A bull terrier wants to kill Babe until the pig saves him from drowning in one of the city's canals. Then he becomes the pig's loyal lieutenant.
I'd like to offer up a solution that I feel confident you'll all respond to. Whatever the pig says, goes.
What's amazing is the way special effects, animatronic models, and real animals are combined to get these stupendously convincing and amusing shots.
If only there weren't so many of those cats.
Will someone slap the dog?
Watch it.
Hey! Listen!
The chief has something to say.
Well, maybe cats and dogs could, be nicer to each other.
The movie is sophisticated with wicked wit and subtle social commentary, and it's colorful and delightful and funny, too. In no way is it just a children's film, but one of the most original films of the year and one of the best, too. Babe, Pig in the City was directed, co-written, and co-produced by George Miller, who has made an even better film than the original. I was startled how much I liked it.
This is a magnificent, towering achievement. We're dazzled by it. You take any 5-10 minute section of this picture, and you think of the work that went into the construction, the physical construction, the wit of the writing, and the charm, of course, of Babe, which was so explicit in the first film and enchanting, is still in this picture, not dwarfed by the special effects.
What I like about this movie is the story, the dialogue, and the characters all use the effects instead of being the victims of the effects, and every single shot in this movie is enchanting and delightful and magical in its own way. I sat there, I thought, it's too bad adults are going to stay away from this thinking it's some talking pig movie.
Yeah, you can't get it all, possibly. It's so rich and wonderful, so you want to see it again. And I got an idea for George Miller for another sequel. Use the duck more. Make the duck, the duck is the second star in this film, that neurotic duck. I love him. Number 3 in the series, Ferdinand.
Okay.
And now, my #1 film of the year. And my criteria for selecting my #1 pick has always been that film which best expresses the joy of filmmaking and expands the possibilities of what film can do. And the one film that clearly fits that description this year is, amazingly enough, a sequel, Babe, Pig in the City. In telling the story, director George Miller and production designer Roger Ford have fashioned a stunning set, an amalgam of many cities through which Miller runs Babe and his cohorts, including my personal favorite, Ferdinand, the neurotic duck.
Who are these losers?
Party.
What's going on here? You look different.
Yeah, well, this place can really take it out of you.
Tell me about it. But hey, I'm with my pig. My lucky, lucky pig.
Take any 5-minute sequence of Babe, Pig in the City, and consider the choreography, the wit that had to be involved in its creation. And this choice seems obvious. Roger, you remember how jacked up we were when we first reviewed it? We haven't been that excited about a movie in quite some time. This was an easy choice for me.
Well, it's also number 7 on my list, Gene. It's a great film. It's a wonderful film. It's a magical film. It's an entertaining film. And what discourages me is that so few people went to see it, and then I keep getting letters saying, how can you recommend this movie when it frightened my 3-year-old? And I made it very clear, this is a film for adults. Don't think of it in terms of whether or not the 4-year-olds will like it. Think of it in terms of whether You will like it. Anyone who goes to the movies hoping to see something new and fresh and wonderful and enchanting is going to have a great time at this movie.
Sell it, Roger.
Okay, well, I tried to.